Good morning. It's Saturday morning, TikTok land. There's a lot of people that like my hammer more than me, so I'm going to go into more depth on how I made this hammer. I kind of went into the Rubik's twist, and that was something the catamaran. I didn't go to YouTube. Somebody showed me how to do that. That is how you cut those details in the corner. Like if you had a solid, this is 1.25 inches solid. If you took that and you took your grinder and you cut that shape and you left the center so that those cubes don't come out. If you were to cut all the way through, you can see how they'll just pop out. Leave that center in there. And then with a cutting wheel, you'll have to come past that cut down there. You'll have to come past it and then weld it and dress it. That's just something you have to do. But if you do that on opposite corners, that's how I made it look like this. How you have like the rib and then the Rubik's twist. So if you cut that detail on this corner and then this corner, that's how you get that. So what I did is I actually took a Schedule 80 pipe. I cut it 3 or 4 inches and I filled it with sand so that there's no vibe in it at all. Then I took, these came off of a dump truck. I believe they're the shackle bolt for the equalizer. I'm not sure, but that's where I cut the head off and I hardened it, and after I welded it on, but I welded those on. This was a 1.25 inch solid bar to start off with. It was actually about this long, maybe 17 inches. And I put it in the lathe and spun it down to get my handle first. And then I knurled it. After I spun it, I knurled it. And then I came in and just gave it the details I wanted as far as on the lathe. Once I had that done, then I welded this into a table. And I welded on a big cheater bar. And then I had one guy on the torch heating it up, keeping it hot, while 2 of us spun this thing because it was hard to spin. Big old cheater bar, I think it's 5 or 6 foot cheater, one guy on each end, one guy on the torch. That's how I did that, because that's 1.25 inches solid. This is a solid piece. That's why I put shot in the head so that it takes the vibe out. Most of the times when I make handles or make hammers, I put vibe inside the handle. This one I put it inside the head, which worked out pretty well, but I just wanted to give you more detail of how I made that. So I spun it in the lathe first, blacksmithed it here, fabbed it here.